What is happening on SmackDown Live, man? What happened to SmackDown Live? I don't understand where the passion for this show has gone. You know, back in 2016 when we had the inaugural draft and we had the roster split, we all claimed, and we all were pretty much in agreement, that Monday Night Raw got the better of the two brands. They got the more talent. And at that point, you know, we didn't have as much talent on the rosters as we do present day. But Monday Night Raw got the better of the two brands. That much we can agree on. Does anybody remember when Vince McMahon was in the middle of the ring with Shane and then Stephanie side by side? Vince McMahon wanted bloodshed. Vince McMahon wanted competition. Vince McMahon wanted both of his children to go to war and cut each other's heads off, as far as the draft and the brand split were concerned. Monday Night Raw went to war. That first Monday Night Raw following the draft, we were shocked that Monday Night Raw had such vigor, such excitement, such drive, such passion. Put on a good show. That was the same show in which Finn Balor wrestled 2 times in one night, ultimately beating Roman Reigns in the main event, causing internet explosions because, according to everybody on the internet, Finn Balor is nothing but a vanilla midget who will never main event anything and should not be a Universal Champion. Yeah, that Monday Night Raw. That Monday Night Raw. Because he beat everybody's beloved Roman Reigns. That Monday Night Raw was a damn good show, and it was one of the better Monday Night Raws that we've seen in recent memory, even today. Even today. I remember like it was yesterday on that particular review, I stated, this is something that we can be happy about on that night, but don't get ahead of yourself. It's more likely than not, WWE is going to take this Monday Night Raw and it's going to go completely downhill, as if it's a fucking airplane about to crash into the Atlantic Ocean. We all knew that. And that's exactly what happened. Week in and week out, leading up till SummerSlam, WWE put on garbage television on Monday nights. Then we have SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live got the short end of the stick with the brand split, giving us relatively unknowns at the time. Giving us guys like The Miz, who came over from Monday Night Raw and really were outcast as nothing but mid-card for life. Dolph Ziggler, who was mid-card for life. The unknown, known as Alexa Bliss, being given a fresh opportunity when nobody really knew about her coming up from NXT. Baron Corbin, right? WWE had Randy Orton and AJ Styles. Those were the two guys leading the brand. John Cena was there. SmackDown had next to nothing to work with, but put on some of the best television that year. They gave everyone an opportunity. They made sense of storyline. SmackDown Live made you want to watch week in and week out. We were genuinely excited about SmackDown Live on Tuesday. Every single week. Every single week. SmackDown Live had drive, passion. It reminded me of myself. That take over the world mentality. Everybody thought that Monday Night Raw was the A show. SmackDown Live did everything in its power to prove you wrong. They wanted to prove to the WWE Universe that even though we got the short end of the stick on the draft, we're going to show you why SmackDown Live is the A show. They took The Miz and brought him to the best run of his career, and I don't want to hear it from anybody else. The Miz in late 2016 is The Miz at his peak. 2017 Miz is not the best work of The Miz's career. I'm sorry. The Miz working with Dolph Ziggler over bringing the Intercontinental title back to real importance while feuding with Daniel Bryan, teasing Daniel Bryan coming out of retirement, shooting on Daniel Bryan, work, shoot, whatever the fuck you want to call it on Talking Smack. That was The Miz that we all wanted to see. 2017 Miz did nothing but work his magic on the microphone, meanwhile giving us subpar in-ring action, further devaluing the Intercontinental Championship. See, I don't understand how people get so sucked into what they see on television. The Miz did nothing with the Intercontinental title in all of 2017, so I don't get where people say that he brought the title back to relevance. Why? Because he wore it for an extended period of time? The Miz is just as guilty and just as bad as Jinder Mahal with the way his matches end. Mahal has the Singh brothers, The Miz has the Miztourage. It's the same fucking thing, just different characters. Yet The Miz is a little better than Jinder Mahal in the ring, I'll give him that. But The Miz didn't do anything with the Intercontinental Championship. He didn't bring value to it. All because you say you're going to bring value to it, all because he's got superior mic skills, that doesn't rub off on the championship. That doesn't rub off on the championship. So I don't get how people say The Miz, I don't know why I'm going off in this tangent. I'm just completely diverting myself away from what I want to talk about. How you can take what The Miz did in 2017 and compare it to late 2016 with Dolph Ziggler is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But it goes to show you how much WWE actually cared on SmackDown Live in late 2016. They made the Intercontinental title feel important. When you have great matches like those two had, and then Dolph Ziggler in the end wasn't winning the title, chance after chance after chance, and then he puts his career on the line against The Miz, all for the sake of the Intercontinental title, that makes the title important. It gave opportunity all over the place. SmackDown Live gave you a reason to watch. They made things that were unimportant on Raw important on SmackDown. They made characters on Raw that were unimportant important on SmackDown. They had this win at all cost attitude. Now I sit here in 2018 and SmackDown is killing my passion for even talking about this show on Tuesday nights. I don't want to talk about SmackDown Live. I am a full 12 hours removed from this show last night. It's 11:30 on Wednesday morning. I am a full 12 hours removed from SmackDown Live, and I still don't want to talk about it. I still don't want to go over anything that happened on that show because, quite frankly, nothing on this show was important to me the next day. Nothing on this show was important to me as it was happening on Tuesday night. I barely kept my eyes open. SmackDown Live is some of the worst television you will watch in your work weeks. This show has absolutely nothing going for it. If this is the show that you're going to put on a weekly basis, you're better off not even airing anything. If this is the creativity that festers in your brain week to week, maybe you need a new job. You know, these people that run WWE, they got the world by the balls. They got the professional wrestling world by the balls. They got some of the best talent in the entire world. And you take it for granted. You take it for granted. And you take your fans for stupid idiots. How you have Bobby Roode as your U.S. champion, and you make me not give one single fuck about what Bobby Roode has done since he's debuted on the main roster. Meanwhile, all I did was praise this guy I wanted to see him every single week in NXT. How can you take a fan who loved Bobby Roode so much in NXT, and when he makes the main roster, and we get to where we are today with Bobby Roode, he's pretty much, in his current state, get off my TV worthy. And I'm not talking about Bobby Roode's skill in the ring. I'm not talking about the wrestler or the performer that is Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is fantastic. Bobby Roode at 40 looks fucking like a Greek god. His in-ring work is very good. But the way he's being presented right now on WWE television, there's no way a human being with a functioning brain can give a fucking any type of shit about Bobby Roode. How can you take Bobby Roode and put him in a feud with Randy Orton, and it is the most boring fucking thing on television? How? How could you take an AJ Styles world title run and make me not care about it? I don't care about what AJ Styles is doing right now. All I care about is that he takes the title and walks into New Orleans with the championship. I'm done. You talk about an evolution with this women's division. What type of evolution is it if we're getting 6 women tags every single week? That's not an evolution. That's you being lazy. I don't want to talk about this show. And it's getting worse and worse each and every single week. I barely have any notes to go over. I hope you guys get my point. Where we were in late 2016 and where we are now, this is a tale of two cities, a tale of two shows. You know, people think that Vince McMahon killed his own product from within. I would not be surprised. SmackDown Live, back in late 2016, did not have Vince McMahon DNA all over it. SmackDown Live had a revitalization to it. Then when Bray Wyatt won the WWE title, and as we went into WrestleMania 33, then Vince McMahon said, whoa, this show's getting too good. This show is compelling. This show is grabbing people's interests. And they're making waves on Tuesday nights. Kind of stealing away from Monday Night Raw's thunder. As soon as Bray Wyatt walked into WrestleMania as the WWE champion, and he lost in that god-awful match against Randy Orton, that's when SmackDown Live went right down the fucking toilet. WWE gave the title to Jinder Mahal, and we were off to the races for SmackDown Live being the worst program on WWE television. And it's where we sit today. Look at 205 Live and what Triple H is doing to 205 Live. There hasn't been one bad episode of 205 Live yet since Triple H took over. Who was in charge of 205 Live beforehand? Vince McMahon. Nobody wanted to watch 205 Live when Vince McMahon was in charge. And when you did, all you did was roll your eyes. I think we need that same revitalization on Tuesday nights because whatever's going on backstage, clearly nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. And they're lacking any motivation at all to put on compelling television. Case in point. It's not the biggest story on SmackDown Live, but it's the one that angers me the most. You see, back in October, we were in the midst of watching two tag teams go at it in what could have been and what was the very best feud on SmackDown Live for the entirety of 2017. And that was the Usos and the New Day. Their feud was so great. Their feud was built on who's the best and who wants to be the champion most. So what do we do with two explosive teams who want nothing more than the tag team titles and to be the best? You lock them inside Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell is a structure. Now, call me old school. Call me somebody with a brain. But usually Hell in a Cell is used to end feuds. Right? After what we've seen with the Usos and the New Day inside Hell in a Cell to open up that particular pay-per-view, that match that concluded inside that cell should have ended the feud. Usos are tag team champions. They are the very best thing on SmackDown Live, bar none. And we come to present day. We got Gable and Benjamin fighting over the tag team championships with the Usos. They win the titles in fuck fashion on SmackDown Live, ultimately to have it reversed because one of the Usos pinned, one of Benjamin and Gable, I don't know who made the pin. They pinned the wrong Uso. Referee comes out from the back, who's not the original referee, restarts the match, cites that the original referee missed the legal man. Benjamin and Gable won the titles. It was reversed. The Usos ended up winning the match. Usos win the match. Never lost the titles on a technicality. Benjamin and Gable lobby that the referee's decision should have been final. Daniel Bryan makes a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Royal Rumble. You following me here? Are you following me up until this point? I certainly hope so. Royal Rumble comes around. We got Benjamin and Gable versus the Usos in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Tag Team Championships. 2 out of 3 falls for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. Correct me if I'm wrong again, goons. Didn't the Usos clean sweep that match? Didn't Benjamin and Gable win a fall in that match? They won 0 falls. That's it. Based on that fact alone, you deserve no more tag team championship opportunities. Get to the back of the fucking line. And I love Benjamin and Gable. I think they're a very good team. I think they're very underappreciated. I think they're very underrated. They don't really get the crowd reaction that I would like. But that's a damn good, talented fucking tag team right there. But please, get to the back of the line. Where are we now? We got the Usos still the tag team champions. We got the Bludgeon Brothers coming out, kind of waiting in the wings, waiting to strike when the moment is right. Usos need competition until we get that eventual Bludgeon Brothers Usos match. There we are with Benjamin and Gable again. And there we are with the New Day again. Didn't the New Day receive opportunity after opportunity after opportunity at the tag team championships? Didn't Benjamin and Gable receive opportunity after opportunity after opportunity at the tag team championships? This tag team feud was built over fucking pancakes. Big E wanted to set a Guinness World Record by eating the most pancakes in a minute. Benjamin and Gable took offense to this, told the New Day to open a fucking IHOP and get out of the ring. Chad Gable tossing pancakes in the middle of the ring, knocking pancakes from Kofi Kingston's grasp. This leads to a tag team match. 2018 on SmackDown Live, tag team wrestling is being built over fucking pancakes. Pass the syrup, Mr. Benjamin. Might as well fucking call him Aunt Jemima. So the following week, yesterday, WWE decides to book a number 1 contenders match between these same two teams. Can someone ask me why either of these teams deserve a tag team championship opportunity? I don't think there's an answer good enough that you guys can even present to me. And this is what pisses me off. And this is why SmackDown Live fucking sucks. All you need to do is cite this situation. This tag team situation. This is why this show is fucking garbage. Benjamin and Gable lost a 2 out of 3 falls match where they win no falls, and they're given another opportunity at the Tag Team Championships. Placed in a number 1 contenders match with the New Day over fucking pancakes! New Day wins this number 1 contenders match on SmackDown Live last night. Again, I ask why. Again, I ask why. When you have a thriving tag team division that you could build up. You got fucking Tyler Breeze dressing in drag. You got Fandango, who looks like one of the fucking Village People. Meanwhile, both guys, more than capable of fucking wrestling. Are we watching a wrestling show to see 2 guys dressed as fucking strippers getting ready to pop out of a cake? Or do we want to see actual wrestling for titles? Athletic competition. You got the Ascension that you fucking seemingly killed once they made the main roster. Been dead for 3.5 years. They're more than capable of being built up. Why don't you show some fucking care to the Ascension? Longest reigning tag team champions in NXT, my ass. This team went from being the next big fucking thing to absolutely buried on the main roster. Then you got Rusev Day. Has Rusev been on SmackDown Live the last 2 weeks? Where the fuck is Rusev Day? Oh, that's right. Rusev is getting over on his own. We can't have that. Shane, I thought you duly noted Rusev on SmackDown Live 2 weeks ago. Duly noted my ass. You heard the cries. Vince heard the cries. Michael P.S. Hayes heard the cries. Fucking Road Dogg heard the cries. Well, we can't have that. That's not in our itinerary. That's not our fucking agenda. That's not our plan. He got over on his own. We can't have that. Keep him off TV. Kill his momentum. Rusev Day might as well be abolished from the fucking calendar. Why aren't they on SmackDown Live? Why aren't they getting an opportunity at the Tag Team Championships? I don't know. Maybe we should ask Rusev that. No, but we're getting the New Day versus the Usos again at Fastlane for the Tag Team Championships. Didn't this feud end inside Hell in a Cell? Why are we getting a rehash? Now, I don't want to seem like I'm being a fucking picky cunt. I don't want it to come off as that. But I'm just trying to fucking bring logic to your days. Why are we getting the New Day versus the Usos when this feud ended in bloodshed inside Hell in a Cell? Now, WWE is revisiting this feud all over again. For what? It makes no sense. The New Day certainly don't deserve Tag Team Championship gold, or an opportunity at it at that. Benjamin and Gable didn't even belong in a number 1 contenders match. Well, you got other capable fucking teams on this roster that are more than capable of bringing out a great match out of the Usos. Why are we rehashing a tag team title feud that was up and down for 6 fucking months on our television not too long ago? I don't know. Does WWE really need to push ticket sales for Fastlane? You're going to rely on the Usos and the New Day to do that? You got this big fatal 5-way main event, right? Shouldn't that be enough? You got Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode for the U.S. title. Shouldn't that be enough? Now, we'll just rehash the best thing that we did last year because we don't have any other fucking ideas because we suck at our jobs. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. So let's use what we did and let's use what was successful about 4 or 5 months ago. Thank you for making me feel like a fucking idiot, SmackDown Live. Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode is fucking boring. You want the cure for insomnia? You don't need NyQuil, man. All you gotta do is turn on SmackDown Live when Bobby Roode and Randy Orton is in the ring. Garbage. You got a U.S. champ in Bobby Roode, a former WWE champion in Jinder Mahal, and a future WWE Hall of Famer who's probably going to go down as one of the greatest of all time, and Randy Orton, fighting over the U.S. Championship and fighting over a top 10 list. Top 10 list. Jinder Mahal is fighting over a top 10 list, or arguing with these two guys over a top 10 list. Was the top 10 list meant to be brought to television to enhance the program and make sense of matches? Or was it just brought to television to make me fucking throw up in my mouth over a garbage United States Championship title feud? What is the purpose of this top 10 feud, or this top 10 list for this feud? It ain't doing anything to enhance it. Even the wrestlers don't give a shit about it. Randy Orton came out last week and says, I don't give a shit about no top 10 list, so why the fuck am I going to care about a top 10 list? Jinder Mahal's not even on the fucking list, and he's being talked about in U.S. title contention. Benjamin and Gable weren't even on the fucking list. They got number one contenders matches. Bobby Roode needs to go back to being a heel. I can't stand this shit, man. Bobby Roode is absolutely fucking terrible television right now. Terrible television. Enough with the prancing around, enough with the smiling, enough with the fucking positivity and respecting Randy Orton. Respect nobody. Respect nobody. What happened to Bobby Roode, who came out wearing fucking $4,000 fucking snakeskin shoes, telling Nakamura to go back to fucking Japan? This is his NXT. What happened to that Bobby Roode? No, we don't want that Bobby Roode because his theme song is too babyface-like. Are you fucking kidding me? Coming from a man who can't decipher or doesn't give a shit about hero versus villain, babyface versus heel, good versus bad. Coming from the man up top who doesn't give a shit about that. Yeah, let's make Bobby Roode a fucking babyface because his theme is sung by the crowd. Are you fucking kidding me? What's next? What's next? We're going to revert Braun Strowman back to being a full-fledged heel because everybody does Braun when he lifts his fucking hands? You didn't expect that to get over, right? Bobby Roode's theme song would have been sung whether he was a fucking heel, a babyface, a fucking alien. It doesn't matter. Could have came out as the fucking alien Bobby Roode. Bug eyes, fucking poisonous fucking green shit coming from his mouth. Got fucking face huggers coming out everywhere. Doesn't matter what Bobby Roode looked like. His theme song would have been sung anyway. Music is a universally spoken language. If it sounds good, if it's catchy, if it's one of those things that makes people feel good, they will sing it. No matter who you are. I fucking hate Metallica, but every time Enter Sandman comes on, I'm always singing it. Fucking ridiculous. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton for the U.S. Championship. I was expecting a triple threat match between the two because why the fuck not? Vince McMahon's middle name is Triple Threat. Vincent Triple Threat McMahon. Makes me wonder what the fuck they're going to do for WrestleMania with the U.S. Championship. You see, they got this all wrong. They got this all wrong with the U.S. title. This was WWE fucking up once again. Instead of putting Dolph Ziggler in the WWE Championship title match, Dolph Ziggler should have come back and should have been reworked into a storyline where he is the real U.S. champion. Dolph Ziggler should have walked around like a fucking pretentious, cocky prick with a new... Yeah, go spend some of that money that you're not using on fucking Pyro and update the fucking title. Have him come back with a beautiful looking new United States Championship. Not have him defend it. Have him walk around. I'm the real champion. I'm the real U.S. champion. Nobody ever beat me. Nobody ever beat me. Have him put down the fucking title in the middle of the ring. Bring his real life situation to television. I gave up the title. I walked out because I wanted more money. I need to be paid what I deserve. You bring real life into television, it makes for a better storyline. Dolph Ziggler comes back not only with the $1.5 million a year contract, but with the new United States Championship and sticks it to the fucking company. That's what should have been done. He got his money, and he's got a new fucking title to show for it. Wait a minute, you just gave up the title. You just gave up the title. Dolph Ziggler doesn't care. And on top of that, you would have built his heel momentum. You would have built his heel heat. He would have built his heel heat. And all the way to WrestleMania, Dolph Ziggler's parading around with this United States Championship, right? And in the meantime, Shane and Daniel Bryan are so fucking agitated with Dolph Ziggler's fucking antics that they put him in a ladder match. You want to cite that you're the real U.S. champion? We're going to make you fucking earn it, man. We're going to put you in a 6-man ladder match at WrestleMania. Your title and the old title are going to be hanging from the fucking ceiling. Now, I know this is a take on Shawn versus Razor at WrestleMania 10, but this would have been fucking compelling television. And for the other 5 spots, you have qualifying matches each and every single week leading up to WrestleMania. Jinder Mahal would get a spot. Randy Orton would get a spot. Bobby Roode would get a spot. Baron Corbin would get a spot. Right? Ty Dillinger would get a spot. There you go. There you go. Do I need to do your jobs for you? Do I need to fucking come down to WWE headquarters, which is only 20 minutes up I-95 here? Do I? Do I need to knock on the fucking door and be like, excuse me, SmackDown Creative Office? Because I just booked your U.S. Championship title match at WrestleMania. What are we going to get? Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania? Fucking ridiculous. This is the cure for insomnia. Whatever the fuck they're doing with Bobby Roode and Randy Orton, include Jinder Mahal, that's the cherry on top of the fucking cake. That's the extra liquid in that fucking gelatin pill known as NyQuil. Ridiculous. Rusev misses SmackDown Live for a second straight week. Do I need to go over why that's so wrong? Where's Nakamura? We got a video package on him, but no physical Shinsuke Nakamura. This guy won the Royal Rumble. This guy won the Royal Rumble. Is your agenda to make everybody forget that he's in the main event of WrestleMania? This show sucks, people. This show sucks. If I need to go over anything else as to why this show sucks, God help you. God help you. I don't even want to talk about anything on this show. Look at my notes. What am I talking about? There's nothing but negativity stemming from everything on this show. It's as if this show was better off not even happening. Because it just makes you feel worse in the end. It leads to nothing on the road to WrestleMania. We're going to go over all this shit quickly, because I don't want to fucking sit here and talk about SmackDown Live. But if you guys haven't been aware, this is your SmackDown Live review. I am, of course, JD. Thank you guys so much for stopping by on this afternoon. If you guys missed Monday Night Raw review, thank you for almost 40,000 views on the Monday Night Raw review. You guys are beast. Thank you so very much. If you missed that, link will be in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of the screen. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. We are 88,100 subscribers, on our way to 89. Let's cut that fucking deficit in half, man. I'd love to get to at least 90 before WrestleMania 34, so let's do that. Make sure you guys turn on that bell, and make sure you all are aware of when I do upload. This show is being brought to you by Harry's. Harry's.com/script. Make sure you guys support Harry's, the best shave of your life, guaranteed. If you sign up using our link, Harry's.com/script, you're going to get a free trial shave set. Free. All you got to do is pay shipping and handling. Within the next couple of days, you're going to have the best shave ever, man. You're going to forget about what you're currently using. You're going to forget about all those other guys. You're going to get a razor handle, razor blade protective case, and that shave gel here for free. And when you use it, you're going to realize that, damn, JD was right, man. I feel fucking good. So make sure you guys sign up, harrys.com/script. Also, Audible is still giving you guys 30 days free, 1 month free of their service. That includes 1 free audio book, and this is for all new listeners of the show only. So if you guys are listening to this and you're new, sign up. You're going to get a free audio book on me and from my friends over at Audible. And you got 30 days to just parade around their website, man. If you got Android or iPhone devices, you're good to go. All you got to do is download the app. And if you've already signed up, you guys can tell your friends, your classmates, your coworkers, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your girlfriend, their family. Tell them JD wants to give you something for free. Who the fuck's JD? I don't know who he is, but I'll take a free audiobook. Make sure you guys do it. audibletrial.com/offthescript. And if you guys sign up and you don't like Audible service, you get to cancel at any time and you get to keep your audiobook for free. There you go. Let's talk about SmackDown Live, man. Show started off in what I thought was heading towards a decent segment. And all of a sudden, AJ Styles opens his fucking mouth. And at that point, I wanted to fucking put a gun to my head. Because he said one thing that made me roll my eyes so far in the back of my head, I wanted to shut the entire program off. I don't know why these people are scripting AJ Styles to sound like an unfunny comedian who should have just trash thrown at him on stage. Is he getting jokes from Dolph Ziggler? Is Dolph Ziggler giving AJ some of his stand-up? Terrible. AJ Styles addresses the WWE Fatal 5-Way situation at WWE Fastlane.
Kevin Owens, former Universal Champion. Big, athletic, I know what he's capable of, but I can take him. Sami Zayn. Ruthless when he wants to be, with or without Kevin Owens, but I can beat him. And then we have the show-off, Dolph Ziggler. Hey, he is every bit the man that he says he is. He's held multiple championships. He is the show-off, but he is not phenomenal. And then we have...
Looks like we've got company.
AJ, if you were just gonna say you can beat me, well, I'll stop you before you make a fool out of yourself. You guys can make all the noise you want. The fact of the matter is the last time you and me faced each other, I beat you. AJ, I have your number and you know it. And that's because there's a major difference between you and me. You're just an athlete, and me, well, I'm a fighter. And I'm gonna enjoy pinning you for that title. Or I'll just pin somebody else. Because you said it yourself, there will be nothing you can do about it. Either way, you're looking at the new WWE champion.
I'm so sick of hearing you two. I figured I'd do everybody a favor, come out here and shut you up. You know, AJ, you don't have to worry about running here and running there at Fastlane to make sure you don't lose the title, because the only person that's going through that commentator's table is you, courtesy of a pop-up powerbomb.
See, I thought this was a good segment
Corbin,
so far.
you stand there trying to look tough, trying to sound tough. You didn't look so tough when you were on the ground last week, writhing in pain. You didn't look like the lone wolf then. You looked like a scared little cub.
That's really funny, Kevin, because when I got back to my feet and you had to stand face to face with me, I dropped you like the little punk that you are.
You know, you're pretty cocky for somebody who was handed their opportunity on a silver platter by Shane McMahon. See, the fact is, you don't belong anywhere near that WWE title match at Fastlane. But
He's certainly right about that.
Me worked in your favor. See, because Shane McMahon has had it out for me since the moment I destroyed his father with the headbutt heard around the world.
Dude, you look great. You look great. Did you get that lanced on your back? That boil lanced off your back? You look great, man.
Like, what the fuck was he talking about?
Oh, the boil. You know him as Sami Zayn. Off your back, Lance? No?
You know what, AJ?
Terrible.
I don't need Sami Zayn.
Absolutely
Last week,
terrible.
In fact, Sami Zayn let me down because
There
see,
were
I had
moans
zero
and
time
groans
to
in the
prepare
crowd after that.
For
What
my
the
match
fuck
against
was
Baron
that?
Corbin, but Sami had all night to prepare for Dolph Ziggler, and he still lost. If the roles were reversed and I had had the time to prepare that he did, Corbin, you would still be on the ground now, buddy.
There's a lot of
Kevin
talk
Owens saved this
emanating
entire
from
segment.
this ring tonight, but I don't think talk is what we want to hear tonight in Phoenix, Arizona. So Baron Corbin, let's see, we put your money where your mouth is tonight, because tonight you're going to be in singles competition in the main event against the phenomenal AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. Hi, Kev. Your conspiracy theory, this may add to it a little bit, but let's see if you can do what your best friend Sami Zayn couldn't do last week, because you're also in singles competition, and unfortunately for you, your match starts right now against this man.
God, I wish they would get that fucking entrance away from him. He went on to fight Dolph Ziggler in the opening match. So it was Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles in the main event. Yawn and snore. So that's the way SmackDown Live opened up. Man, they gotta start scripting AJ Styles to be a little bit more natural, man. Whatever lines they're giving him, it's just absolutely fucking terrible. He sounds like an idiot. He's unfunny. I don't want to roll my eyes when I watch AJ Styles. I rolled my eyes at that fucking line. Terrible. Just terrible writing for the WWE champion. He deserves a lot better than that. Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. This match was decent. Listen, Dolph is great at what he does, but I just don't care. Kevin Owens is great at what he does. I just don't care anymore. I can't wait for this fucking storyline with Sami Zayn and Shane and Daniel Bryan to be over with. Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. Ziggler blocks the bullfrog splash off the top. Got the knees up. Ziggler nails a famouser for a close 2 count. Owens blocks a zigzag and a super kick. Ziggler avoids the pop-up powerbomb. Hits the zigzag for a 2 count. Ziggler goes on, but Sami Zayn's music hits. And this is where Dolph really earns his $1.5 million a year. You think you would sign someone to a $1.5 million a year contract? This guy's going to do good things for us, right? This guy's kind of intelligent. He's going to be a world champion someday, right? Sami Zayn runs down the aisle, and Dolph Ziggler, being the seasoned veteran that he is, gets distracted at Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn runs to the ring, stops short, right in front of the ring apron. Dolph Ziggler's gloating, get in the ring, I'm gonna kick your ass. Turns around, eats a super kick from Kevin Owens, 1, 2, 3, match is over. So not only did Dolph Ziggler sign a $1.5 million contract to lose, even though he won against Sami Zayn last week. Don't think I forgot, clowns. $1.5 million contract to be treated as a fucking buffoon. Why would you turn your back on Kevin Owens? Why would you fall for the old Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens friendship thing? Come on, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? What a stupid fucking way to make Dolph Ziggler look like an idiot. Owens wins. I'm telling you right now, Ziggler lost. Keep your eye on Dolph Ziggler at Fastlane. I would not be surprised that Vince McMahon goes against Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Ziggler wins the title. AJ invokes his rematch clause, makes it a triple threat match at WrestleMania because Vincent Triple Threat McMahon is going to be running wild over WrestleMania. Do I have the gender? Yes, I do. My God, I thought I didn't. We're going to have to sit through it because I want you guys to realize, I don't want to put you to sleep, but I do want you to realize how bad this is for the United States Championship. This is terrible television. Jinder Mahal's in the ring. He's with Sunil Singh. And he gives Bobby Roode what he calls a rude awakening. Says he has some juicy gossip on the WWE United States Champion.
So without further ado, Bobby Roode's personal SmackDown Live Top 10 Superstars list.
This is Bobby Roode's top 10.
Now the first
according to Jinder Mahal, this is Bobby Roode's big secret. He made his own top 10 with him at number 1.
Number 1.
Awful.
The second thing you'll notice, aside from myself not being on the list, there is another name missing from the list. No, he's not number 2, he's not number 4, he's not even number 9. That name is Randy Orton.
So Jinder Mahal is being an instigator. He's like playing the role of a female
Bobby
here.
Roode actually thinks he deserves to be ranked higher than Randy Orton.
He's trying to instigate a fight here.
Last week, Bobby Roode already fancies himself.
I don't understand this.
As the new
this top 10 list was brought to make SmackDown Live
Yet Bobby Roode has the audacity,
but it's being used in this shitty storyline.
He respects Randy Orton. He says that he respects everything Randy Orton has accomplished. If you haven't yet put it together, the rude awakening is that Bobby Roode is a glorious egomaniac and an inglorious liar.
I don't know exactly what that was, but it certainly wasn't my list. However, I do have a secret on you. You see, you can't even make a top 10 list.
Yeah, he also can't make a title relevant in WWE either.
But more importantly, you want to be United States champion. And you want to be United States champion so bad that you're trying to pit Randy Orton against me so that every time I walk out here, you have me looking over my shoulder to make sure that I don't get attacked out of nowhere. When the truth is, Jinder, in a fair fight, you know you can't win.
Smiling. Why is he smiling?
Right. I do wish that I was United States champion. But now that I've come clean, Bobby, I need you to do the same. I need you to speak the truth. Admit it.
Yes, Jinder is awful. Your title reign was one of the worst in WWE history. There, I said it. Jinder wanted the truth. I gave it to him.
You think you're better than Randy Orton.
I never said that.
So you do believe it, and you also think that you're the next legend killer.
No, I never.
This heel work by
that.
Jinder Mahal is terrible.
I never said it.
I'm sorry.
So
this does not make compelling
Randy
television
Orton.
for me.
Look, I never said any of those things.
And Bobby Roode smirking is
know
really fucking aggravating.
Who I'm not scared of?
I don't believe Bobby Roode has to sit through this shit and listen to fucking garbage coming from Mahal's mouth.
Well, you should be, because I beat Randy Orton.
Forget about Randy Orton. Forget about him. This is about you and me.
Orton a shot on Jinder Mahal.
Roode joins the party. There goes the Maharaja.
Sunil Singh. Sad the hard way. Randy Orton. Glorious DDT. Roode was
so he gives Orton a DDT. And then Jinder Mahal comes in from behind and gives Bobby Roode the Colossus.
It's a turnabout's fair play.
You fooled me once. Shame on me. I got you this time, Randy. Not twice. Not twice.
Wait a minute. Jinder Mahal with the Colossus.
Once again, Jinder Mahal is the last man standing of the trio.
Oh my God, so awful. So awful, man. I was falling asleep just fucking watching that shit all over again. Daniel Bryan backstage with Shane McMahon, and they argue, after that segment was over, who's going to be Bobby Roode's Fastlane opponent. They couldn't figure out who they wanted, so Shane McMahon makes the decision for Daniel Bryan himself.
I had no idea the top 10 list would create this much controversy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was going to be so irrelevant on SmackDown Live either, Mr. Bryan.
I'm thinking it's only natural for Bobby Roode to defend his United States Championship at Fastlane against the guy who's gotten the better of him 2 weeks in a row, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder, huh? What about last week? Randy Orton answered the open challenge of Bobby Roode throughout for the U.S. Championship, so clearly everybody wants to see Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode.
I don't think we're on the same page for this.
Shocking.
We're not on the same page as far as the WWE Championship goes either.
Well, that's because you want to see two names associated with that title. It's either Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. You saw what Sami Zayn did earlier tonight. They're already back to their old tricks, and you are allowing it to happen. That's why I gave the opportunity to Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler to be a part of that matchup.
Right. When you made me general manager, it was to run this show. Yet every decision I make is met with resistance. I don't get it.
I'm only resisting the decisions you make based on emotion. And clearly, Bobby Roode taking on Randy Orton at Fastlane is the decision that should be happening. As a matter of fact, that's what it is. It's fun.
Whatever you want, boss.
So Jinder is without an opponent in a program for the United States Championship. So we have at least 3 more weeks till Fastlane. He's going to find himself into that match. Guarantee you it's going to be Roode versus Orton versus Mahal at Fastlane for the U.S. title because it's Vincent Triple Threat McMahon. Guarantee you. Moving on here. Women's action. Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this. Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky, or Charlotte, better known as Charlotte Flair, and her 2 cheerleaders, Naomi and Becky Lynch, who don't give a fuck about the championship and rather be fucking Charlotte's lackeys, roadies, against the Riot Squad, who apparently are looking to cause a riot. 2 months in, I haven't seen no fucking riots, WWE. End it. 3 fucking women who have absolutely nothing to do with one another, who are not being made into any type of superstar with any type of role on this roster. They are trash. Trash. You know how ridiculous it looks when Sarah Logan is playing a country girl gimmick. She comes out to fucking punk music by Ruby Riott. So fucking stupid, man. Naomi here makes the tag to Flair. Flair goes at it with Logan after their classic. Flair knocks Liv and Riott off the apron. Flair with a neck breaker and a big boot to Logan. Flair goes for Liv Morgan with the big boot, but she misses, and Logan takes her out. Takes out the knee from behind. Chaos apparently going down. 6 women action all over the place. Ruby Riott, Becky in the ring. Ruby nails the Riott kick and covers Becky for the pin. There you go, Becky. Earning your paycheck to take another L. Good on you. Riott Squad wins. Who the fuck cares? Kevin Owens is backstage with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn walks in. Owens is going to thank Sami, but Sami says there's no need. He's here to thank Owens. Things have been a little rocky between them, but Sami owes Owens for being where he belongs now in the main event. Sami says that's all because of Owens. Sami says the last thing Owens needs is another enemy. He needs a guardian angel. Sami says he has Owens back and always does what's right, and this time what's right is paying his friend back for all that he's done. Good on you, Sami. Good on you. Sami says they need to take Shane's little plan to divide them and turn it on him. Sami says they will take the other competitors out in the Fatal 5-Way one by one. And then when it comes down to it, Sami and Owens, Sami says he will do the right thing. He will lay down for Owens in the middle of the ring. I could see something like that happening. I don't want to see it. Too late for that, but I could certainly see something like that happening. Owens doesn't know what to say. Sami says all Owens needs to do is become the WWE champion and go on to main event WrestleMania. They hug, and Owens has this confused look on his face. Going to be interesting to see the dynamic between Owens and Zayn leading into Fastlane and then on into WrestleMania. We don't know. I'm just tired of the storyline, and I'm looking for it to end relatively quickly. The pancake-eating clowns, the New Day versus Benjamin and Gable. New Day win here. Benjamin had Woods up top. Woods fights back with some headbutts. Benjamin falls to the mat. Woods with a beautiful missile drop kick. Kofi Kingston then is at ringside getting, the rally going. Big E gets the hot tag, comes in on Gable, and then the two go for, whatever. I guess there's back and forth. Another controversial referee call and interference from Kofi. Woods ends up getting the pin on Benjamin to win the match. This is just not entertaining. We got the New Day versus the Usos again after my rant in the beginning. I'm not going over what I stated already. That's how I feel about it. New Day, undeservedly so, the number one contenders for the tag team championships. At the end of the match, New Day celebrating. Rowan and Harper immediately come to the ring. They are making their entrance because they have a match up next. Rowan looks at the New Day. Harper turns his attention back to the ring. I like the little dynamic there between Harper and Rowan. Rowan wants to fight. Harper's like, nah, our day's going to come, bro. And when it does, we're going to beat him. So we got the Bludgeon Brothers against two guys, two enhancement talents. I don't even think they were given names. These guys were completely fucking destroyed. Harper and Rowan coming out of the box with missile drop kicks and then punishment on the floor. Scoop slam. I think Harper body slammed Rowan on top of both of these guys. Then Rowan gets up and big splashes both of them. They bring them back into the ring for that double team crucifix finishing move that they do. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. Bludgeon Brothers win another match against enhancement talents. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin in the main event here. Corbin really didn't stand a chance here. You're not going to give Baron Corbin a win over AJ Styles just on a random edition of SmackDown Live. It's not really logical here because Baron Corbin doesn't even belong in the ring. Doesn't even belong in the match at Fastlane. Corbin goes for that throat choke slam backbreaker that he does. Styles blocks it, unloads with some strikes. Corbin counters and slams Styles for the pin anyway. Corbin takes AJ to the top. Corbin climbs up, but AJ headbutts him, gets out of that. AJ comes off the top, but Corbin moves. Corbin nails a deep 6 for a close 2 count. AJ blocks the end of days and rolls Corbin into a calf crusher in the middle of the ring. Corbin breaks it up by spiking AJ's head to the mat. Same way that Brock Lesnar got out of the calf crusher. Must be watching some videotape, Mr. Corbin. AJ springboards up. Corbin catches him, yells at him. Styles hits Corbin and nails the phenomenal forearm for the win. After the match, Styles stands tall as the referee holds AJ's arm up in the air with the WWE title to close SmackDown Live. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens hit the ring, beat down AJ Styles, fan boo. Corbin ends up hitting the end of days on Sami and then Owens. Corbin leaves the ring as his music hits and SmackDown goes off the air. Whatever. You lost my interest after the fucking opening match. That's SmackDown Live. That's your review. If you got a problem with it, well, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Start opening your eyes and realize that SmackDown Live is just god-awful television that gets you excited about nothing week to week. And it's going to get worse, believe me. As we get to WrestleMania, I don't expect this show to get any better. That's your SmackDown Live review. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Hit that thumbs up. I'll be back. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing anything with NXT tonight, so don't really look for a review. There might be one up, but I'll be with my brother tonight for something really cool. But if there's no NXT review tonight, most definitely tomorrow morning because Gargano Almas tonight. If Gargano loses, he's out of NXT. So we'll talk about that, and it's coming. So I'll definitely be talking about everything NXT either tonight late or tomorrow morning. But thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Harrys.com/script. audibletrial.com/offthescript. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. And Patreon. If you guys want to support the podcast through Patreon, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. I'll see you guys tonight for NXT, if not tomorrow. And then we got Off the Script this weekend. Lots of news coming with the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. I'll see you for NXT.